Hello and welcome to all of the Nordics to this webinar we have called Building Bridges. And that is about how you now can build targeting audiences in your local TGI data and push it directly to the privacy-safe ID-free platform and further into relevant media placements. And I'm Ingvar from Kantar.
And I am Gunnar from Nordic Data Resources, or NDR for short. We have an agenda that will lead us stepwise into presenting the new unified taxonomy across the Nordics and the new direct from insights to digital targeting feature, which you will find in your TGI solutions.
Yes, that's right. And we really think it is a big leap forward that enables you to use your TGI consumer intelligence, insights, communication, and media planning directly into a privacy-safe digital activation with our partners in NDR.
And for us, data privacy has been essential ever since we started up our business. Back then, we still could rely on cookies for targeting, which we cannot necessarily anymore. So we developed our methodology further into a ID-free solution that is fitted for the future.
Exactly.
But first, let's take this back, Ingmar, to 2017, when we first partnered up with Kantar and their TGI service. The programmatic market was in need of a robust and reliable geodemographic and audience-based quality research and methodology who were cookie-based and low-priced. Our aim was to create a bridge from traditional research to digital activation. We started out with the base and the structure in Norway and scaled it into all the other markets. And the partnership was a success from the go.
Yeah, I would say so. And okay, so what are we about? Well, Kantar, most of you know us as the leading thought research deliver in the world with presence in 90 markets and so on and so forth. We have our TGI offering, which you know in the Nordics, going by the names of Orvesto, Index Denmark, Nine, and so on and so forth for Bruker's Media in Norway. I nearly forgot that. So that is it.
So who is NDR? NDR is basically your friendly digital and digital data and marketing partner up north. We aim to make your business understand and succeed with data structures. We have built our company and offerings around privacy first, all the way back from 2015, to allow marketeers to allocate highest digital communication value based on geodemographic segmentation models, such as Mosaic. Inherently, we believe in great content matched with a sharp understanding of your market and most valuable target audiences, lay the basis and foundation for a successful digital marketing strategy. ID-free is a methodology and service we have invented together with our sister company, Global Data Resources, utilizing these geodemographic non-private data in order to offer understanding of your markets and, again, your most valuable audiences across all digital channels. This is without relying on IDs, without relying on cookies, and therefore offering a robust and transparent and privacy-safe methodology to identify the best possible audiences or audience value across display advertising, local media inventory, programmatic, and social media.
Thank you, Gunnar. A marketer's world revolves around data, customer data, sales figures, impressions, ratings, survey responses, and much more. And that is where we can do a job. And and set against rapid changes in both the customer behavior and in the advertising ecosystem. Leveraging data effectively to navigate these changes has also never been more important to both agencies and advertisers. So Kantar is really helping to partner with advertisers and agencies seeking to solve the challenges they actually see in the market. And you can see from these figures that we have from an advertiser survey in a global one in 2021, that the vast majority, 81% of advertisers, want to take more control of their media spend, while 3/4 of advertisers believe that data should be used by everyone, the advertiser and the agency. So there's a new dynamic going on in the market right now. And Kantar, we have a lot of data. The clients have a lot of data. NDR has a great methodology that is future-proof. Furthermore, our findings across the world reveal both a commitment from advertisers to increasing speed to insights and to making those insights easily accessible around their organization. Speed to insight doesn't mean real-time data flooding into a company like a firehouse, but flowing in a connected way through effective APIs. 83% of advertisers worry that the data they already gather could be working harder to guide their strategy. Advertisers are energized by the opportunities offered by their own first-party data. Over 4 in 5 are actively looking to use their own data alongside primary research. And this is actually what it's all about, and how we think we can help you clients out there, agencies, advertisers, or everyone to get a better success in the market going forward. And this brings me on to what we have called the connected consumer intelligence circle, where you go from insights on the left, up on the left corner here, and to gather insights of your audiences, and then into the more strategic planning, both in media and communication, and how you're going to actually do it in the market. I know a lot of people then are missing, what do I then do next? I have done all this great insight job. I have done all this good communication job, the good planning, the media plans and everything, but I cannot go further. But yes, you can by the new with activating the segments, audiences you have already learned so much about through your insights process. And now we are bringing this even further with a more up to speed and more direct kind of feature within our services. So TGI, it stands for Target Group Index, and it helps brands to build a complete understanding of their customers and to target them efficiently. We are present in 45 markets. We have about 700,000 real people in these markets, and it is about 25 million data points that we actually have to play with if you look at the global presence of
Billion.
our billion. Yeah, of course. Say that million?
You said million.
Okay, then I meant billion, of course. Big numbers.
Big numbers.
And this is what we have to offer in the global market. But that gives me a reason to clarify a little bit about the TGI expression, because you all know TGI actually in these local markets, but we are present in the Nordic with local names in the Nordic. But you know, we have data that reveals who we are, how we behave, the drivers behind the decision that we make, and also the media behavior and all that. That is what you now, you have for a long time known in the Nordics as and are more familiar with, Forbrukeren Media in Norway, Orvesto in Sweden, Mine in Finland, and Index Denmark in Denmark. which represent the TGIs in each of these local markets. In total, we have, I think, more than 90,000 interviews yearly. And the content of information ranges, as previously mentioned, from demographics to attitudes, interests, media and product consumption, and to information about brands. And this taps me into the next and more digital section of our agenda. Back in 2016, the CM of Procter & Gamble made his famous speech that put the spotlight on the narrow targeting trap of digital media. His message, in short, was that he pleaded for transparency in the digital ecosystem, and he pleaded for a decrease in micro-targeting and performance activation, because big brands need penetration to grow and size matters. Furthermore, the UK marketing and advertising gurus Les Binet and Peter Field had a clear advice from their findings in the analysis of the IPA database. Change the mix back. Go from 20% brand building to 60% focus on brand building, playing down the role of performance-dominated strategies. This is still hyper-relevant today in today's world, where we have gone from nearly 2 years of pandemic and into a world of increased prices across the globe, impacting consumer spend and advertising costs. Brands that can demonstrate value are likely to do best. The current economic outlook marks an unprecedented opportunity to present products and brands in a new light, potentially to a previously untargeted set of consumers. This is one of the key points in this year's Media Trends and Prediction report that was just released from Kantar. Strong brands retain more economic value during tough times and recover more quickly when market conditions improve. This was the case during the 2008 global crisis, and it's also true today. So brand building needs to be in focus still. One other key finding in our Media Trends and Prediction report focused on data and the post-cookie solutions to improve campaign planning. Data is the media and advertising sector's fuel, and the way it is used is changing. And this do have relevance to the latest development that takes you directly from insights to a cookieless activation solution. Earlier this year, Google announced another deadline extension before deprecating third-party tracking cookies. Despite the latest extension, many in the ad tech sector argue that the cookie has already crumbled, in fact. So 80% of advertisers want their own in-house segmentations to enable media planning and activation. 78% of large businesses plans to strengthen the data platform they use. 64% of advertisers believe that data quality will become more important in the coming years. And finally, 54% believe integrating other data sources with audience segmentation will become even more important. So, in short, this is where our TGI data can help, at least as the first part of the equation. How to reach and engage real-world audiences and segments. We enable efficient digital targeting of offline-built consumer segments, and we have recently rebuilt our Nordic offering into 444 predefined and privacy-safe audiences in our new unified Nordic taxonomy. But we cannot do it all on our own, and this is where I hand over to you, Gunnar, to fill out the second part of the equation.
Thank you. Activating TGI Insight in the Nordics. ID3.com is a research and targeting tool, allowing our clients to advertise in sync with brand critical data privacy and KPIs. ID3.com embrace the ethical sourcing of data by offering 100% privacy safe consumer lifestyle data. Meaning no creepy tracking through third-party cookies or online IDs, no workaround with formal cookie consents, no storing or selling of private data, and not least, omni-channel activation with integrations of publisher platforms through our industry acknowledged partners. ID3.com basically enables marketeers to safe and easy buy, build, validate, activate unique privacy safe audiences. So please book a demo.
Please book a demo.
As we talked a bit about earlier, we started out with Kantar in 2017, developing the core of a combined and stable audience taxonomy. Working with the market with time, we have identified the need of a large unified taxonomy for advertisers to use across the Nordics. So finding the similar audiences across the whole Nordics within the same methodologies to meet their audience value criteria. So we are happy to introduce you to the development of this work, meaning that we today are introducing a fully unified taxonomy consisting of, like Ingvar said, 444 audiences across the 4 Nordic markets. The taxonomy will be found in all your biggest marketplaces and will be updated and taken care of further by Kantar and NDR, of course.
Okay, that was a little short snippet of what this is about. We cannot go into the details of 444. I guess you will remember that number after this webinar now, and try to pronounce it many times after each other. You will have this problem that we may have. Okay, that was a funny one. But okay, this is what it is. We have 17 kind of categories that is aligned and applied according to the Kantar Global Taxonomy as well. And we have it all over Nordics, and the main categories could be like automotive, health, CPG, telecommunications, anything else. So you will find a lot of audiences underneath each of these categories in all of the markets. So far, but so good. But this is not all. What you've just seen is a pre-built audiences that are available in the shelf for everybody to use. Through the years, we have also offered to build so-called bespoke audiences together with our clients. This is still a very valid offer and a very needed offer. But now we also make it possible for our TGI clients to build audiences directly in the TGI environment and then push it into digital activation. Hence, building the bridge between insights, strategies, and planning and going into activation through ID3.com.
Correct. So that's why we're here today. The biggest news to share. As we have established, many advertisers simply want to know where they can find their highest standardized communication value in the market, and they do so through TGI. This work has been fairly easy to translate earlier in other media purchases, such as TV, radio, outdoor, and other media verticals. But within the digital sphere, the process and models have been less transparent, less structured, and we have now identified and created a way to do this more in a concise methodology. So today we are introducing the new feature in TGI and basically combining all the strengths of the TGI databases and to facilitate to the market and the users out there basic digital activation of that work. So what are the benefits and the product value of this offering? Well, you have the omni-channel targeting. You can use it in all channels. So social media, programmatic, local inventory. There's nothing lost in the translation. It's a methodology from TGI and directly duplicated in the digital marketing sphere. It's future-proof. It doesn't rely on cookies, remember? It also has a speed of the workflow so that you can do your work in TGI, click a few buttons, and then you're ready to go. It's the audiences and the TGI model offers a scalable reach, so you can define your audiences and market size and how large would you like to the audience or the position of the audience to be. And it's also what we call ethical targeting or 100% privacy safe.
Which we have learned is pretty important.
Pretty important.
In today's marketplace.
So to put you through how we do that, basically we push the audience from Galileo. We approve the audience and approve the billing. We receive ID-free access in your email inbox. And then you log in and push it to your desired DSP or social media executor.
Just like when you're counting up to playing a song, if you're playing a band like I do, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go. Okay, so let me now show you a little bit before we will have a little film more to show you. Inside our softwares, you will now have built in this feature. So when you have built and saved your targets or your segments or the results of your analysis, it will now be possible to activate them and push it to idfree.com, just like you see here from the Galileo software. And then Gunnar, what happens?
Well, step 2 is you approve the build and you approve the small fine prints of the cost. And your audience will now be allocated within no time at all. There's no delay.
Wow, impressive.
Step 3, you now receive the access to ID-free. You get the overview of the audiences in ID-free. You click the audience and you choose where you would like to push the audience.
In what platforms?
Which platforms, whether it's Meta, Google, Snapchat, or to your local inventory or local publisher.
Local publisher, newspaper, magazine, whatever, TV
Yes.
channel.
Yes. Essential of what we do in the methodology and offering is basically to allocate and target neighborhoods with the highest density of your preferred TGI data variables.
And here we can demonstrate this, how this is actually working in real life when you get this feature. We will be happy to come around, of course, and show it and demo and all of this, but this is the introductions. Yes, that sums it up pretty easy. So I
Quite
guess
easy.
the Dane that just made this for audiences that that he is actually doing the campaign as we speak here today. And okay, working with this gives you possibilities and benefits, and that you will drive efficiency and consistency in your campaign planning and targeting. This can be a relevant offering for both advertisers, agencies, and media companies. We are then, I mean, we are helping you to define, we are helping you to connect, helping you to activate. And there are a few options under each of these kind of silos that we can help you with still, even though you will have the chance now to run all of this on your own. We will be here to help in both NDR and in Kantar, of course. So, Gunnar.
Well, the launch of the service has already started. There are some early movers already working with the solution.
Guinea pigs, as we also call them.
Well, that too. Numerous clever marketeers are testing and experiencing the potential of the offering. So we also, of course, invite you to do the same. So to conclude, Ingvar, previously you had to wait for weeks to ingest data, for cookies to populate, to sync with platforms, and now we can make it ready for you while you drink a coffee.
Looks great and sounds great. So this is an instant process, and you can activate your audiences right away. It's literally just a click or maybe a few clicks away from going live with relevant target audiences based on your consumer insights. So with this, we close the loop from derived consumer insights that goes into strategic communication and media planning, and which then finally goes into activating relevant audiences in relevant environments. Activate your audience right away.
Yes.
So maybe, Gunnar, we should grab that coffee now.
Let's grab that coffee.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Hope to see you soon.